Can you save $100,000 in 4 years? Yes? No? Maybe? When some people hear about saving, they are quick to judge themselves as incapable. Why? Because a lot of people believe saving is something quite impossible to do unless you have certain advantages. Sure, it is easier to save $100K when you don't have student loans or you've just started your first job fresh out of college. But saving is like hammering a nail into a brick wall. It's a smooth ride if you have the tools needed to succeed. In this video, we will share some of the most efficient tools with you. On a global scale, these strategies have helped thousands find their way in this financial saving game. And they can also help you save money well beyond $100K. But let's start with $100,000. Compound interest is one of the keys to growing wealth. That is why the rich will continue to amass wealth with little effort on their part. Money works this way. The more you have, the easier it is for your money to make more money. Don't resent the wealthy, learn from them instead so that you can also enjoy the benefits of success. So, what do you have to do to save money and become rich yourself? Step 1. Adjust your mindset. You'll have to be more creative in your approach to saving money than the average person if you want to save your first $100,000. Why is that? We often get carried away with our spending, and the more we spend, the more unsustainable our lifestyle becomes. If you want to save any money at all, $100K or more, you're going to have to change your perspective. Adjust your mindset and think like the rich. Achieving any form of financial goal means sacrifice. Yeah, it's no smooth and free sail. Which sacrifices do we mean? For instance, you won't be able to buy Starbucks twice a day, every day. But that doesn't mean you have to give up giant mochas forever. You can still drive, but don't expect to be able to lease a brand new BMW every 30 months. You can use paid services like Netflix and Hulu, but you are going to find a way to spend less on subscriptions. These are among the very subtle things people everywhere spend lots of money on in a year. But guess what? You do not need that much to survive every day. So why not take a step back and cut down on expenses? You need to learn to live on a budget. More on this later on in the video. But if you ever find yourself spending more than you intended, it's important to examine why. Do you tend to hang out with those who have more disposable income than you do? How much of your spending is going toward maintaining a standard of living that you simply cannot afford? What if your bills exceed your income? The first step toward living below your means is mastering your ability to live within your limits. So fix your mindset and practice frugality. Become disciplined with money. Step 2. Put together a traditional spending plan and budget. Creating a budget is an essential step in any responsible financial strategy, as it allows you to see your spending in very clear sheets. Of course, this can help you gain insight into how you may better allocate your resources. If you create a budget, you can identify areas of spending where you're currently overspending. It can be adjusted to cover both planned and unexpected expenses. You can use a spreadsheet and write down your income and every bit of expenses you incur every month. Next, eliminate the unnecessary expenditures and try to identify in which areas you have been living beyond your means. Then, you should identify the habits that make your expenses larger than they should be, like leaving the lights on during the day. Let's explain more. When creating a budget, the general recommendation is to start by cutting your usual expenditures by 20 to 30%. As an example, let's assume that your personal monthly grocery bill is $400. To use it as a shopping budget, you should subtract 20 to 30%. This leaves you with $320. Your goal is to complete your grocery buys with $320 instead of your usual $400, which is how you cut back expenses. Also, most importantly, remember to include saving in your budget. After all, that's the whole point of it. We recommend to start with 20%. In your budget, 20% of your income should be allocated to saving. When you identify how much you spend on unnecessary items, Take off 20% from those expenses like the way we showed with groceries and add them on top to your savings. Step 3. Clear off your debt. A debt load can make it difficult to reach your goal of saving $100,000. You should pay off your high-interest debts before you start saving your first $100K. Once you've paid off your debt, you can put more money each month toward your savings goal. In the meantime, stay as debt-free as possible. It may be tempting to keep taking out loans, but doing so will not help you reach your financial goals. Step 4. Boost your income. Boosting your income is essential if you wish to save money, at least a higher amount. $2,100 is the magic number. To save $100K, you'd need to put away $2,100 every month for 4 years. That is a very high number, of course. Saving $2,100 each month over 4 years is very hard, but not impossible. Let's assume your monthly income is about $2,100 after taxes. Then you would have to refrain from spending 1 cent to get this result. Of course, this isn't possible. This is where boosting your income comes into play. Doubling your income would be necessary to save that much money, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Alternatively, you can just work with another timeline. It could be 5 years or 7 years. And, of course, how much you can save depends on how much you earn. The point is to establish a timeline, know your reason for saving, do your calculations, and boost your income. How? You can get a new job, request a raise and justify your request, do freelancing, have a side gig, or start a business. The possibilities are almost endless as long as you are really dedicated and motivated to work toward your goal. Just have more than one stream of income. You are sure to breathe easier if you do. Step 5. Invest. Think of investing this way. All the above strategies become less of a burden when you invest too. Investing right away is a good plan so that you may start reaping the benefits of it as soon as possible. Part of the money you've saved until now can be invested immediately to get some profits on your savings. If your money isn't growing through compound interest, you shouldn't just leave it sitting there. The magic of investing is putting your money to work for you while you sleep. Do you need clarification about where to begin your investing journey? Talking to a reliable financial advisor can help you make smart choices about your money, but do your homework first. Depending on age, savings goals, and other relevant characteristics, you can tailor your investment options. There is lots of content about achieving wealth on our channel as well. Once you begin investing a part of your monthly earnings into stocks or index funds, for example, you can begin earning money from your savings. This can gradually reduce your savings quota as a result of compound interest and dividends. According to Warren Buffett, the ideal course of action with your investments is to leave them alone, don't touch them, and engage in long-term or forever holding. You might be thinking that saving nearly $24K a year for 4 years is impossible, and it is true that it is difficult to achieve. Still, you shouldn't let that discourage you from trying. No one ever wins without taking that first step. If you can't afford to save that much right now, save what you can. Saving slowly but steadily is preferable to saving nothing at all, even if it means delaying your goals. Keep trying to boost your income and save some of whatever comes in. That's how you become financially free in the long run. Subscribe!